On the Local Vibe, and earlier this morning we've been just taking a little tour around town, as we like to call it, as we count down those days to Christmas, highlighting those notable businesses, organizations, and people who live in the counties that make up our wonderful Piedmont Triad. And today we're talking all things Randolph County.
Yeah, Four Saints is a popular brewing company in Randolph County. They're actually so popular they were ranked in the top 20 as a top 20 Southern brewery by Southern Living Magazine.
Wow.
That's a big deal. They serve a variety of craft beers, with the majority being brewed right in downtown Asheboro.
All right, let's say good morning to Joel McCloskey. He's the owner of Four Saints Brewing Company. It's great to have you, Joel. Congrats, too, on being top 20. Wow.
Guy, good morning. Thanks for having me on. It's my pleasure to be here. And yeah, it was a big surprise to get that notoriety, especially from a publication of that's a national publication.
Right.
It's kind of, it was wild. Yeah.
To that caliber. Joel, why did you choose to open up Four Saints in Asheboro?
That's it's part of our story. My wife and I live here in Asheboro, and Andrew and Amy, the other co-owners of Four Saints Brewing Company, live in Randleman. And back in 2008, during the Great Recession and a number of other things that were going on, people here in Randolph County were pulling themselves up by their bootstraps because they were, companies were leaving and things were happening that weren't so great. And the recognition was that a community is built on the backs of mom and pop businesses, small business. And we were at an event that was it was local music, local artists, local food, local vendors, local organizations. Everything was local. Every bit of it was local, except the beer. And so right out in Bicentennial Park, Andrew and I were standing in what was the beer garden and drinking beers that I won't name. And we had a handshake moment. He was a home brewer, and we had been brewing together for a while. And the handshake moment said we were going to open up a brewery in Asheboro because it was evident, especially that day, with everything encapsulated around the idea of community and everything that was going on in the world, and at least the United States at that time. Community is built on small business and the relationships between people, and breweries are able to bring that to communities large and small. And so we wanted to bring that to Asheboro.
Absolutely, Joel. And you started a business off of a handshake moment, but it didn't become this successful business overnight. What were some of those trials that you may have gone through in those early days that maybe inspire other people to open up more local businesses there in Asheboro?
Yeah. Oh, there were never any trials. Everything was super easy. We just had with opening a small business, regardless of what it is, one of the things is just the realization of the amount of time and effort that go into it. Without our wives being on board with the idea, it wouldn't have happened, because Andrew and I were here sometimes 18 hours a day working to get things up and going and learning a business. Neither of us had opened a business before or opened a brewery. And so there was a lot of learning. There was the learning curve was really steep. But there was nights that we would just fall asleep on the tap room floor because we were so exhausted. But we would, it was through the support of this community, the excitement, the engagement, and the recognition that through this business, we would be able to support our community and the organizations that are doing really great things by doing this. So that's kind of what kept us going. But small businesses, and even now we're coming up on, we're going to be coming up on 8 years. There are certain things that get easier, but with everything that gets easier, there's something else that shows up. And so it's always an adventure.
Joel, your product isn't actually hard to find at all. I've actually sampled it myself at a Rockers game, at other breweries around the area too, and I really like the different products that you put out. So how difficult is it to be distinctive from other breweries in the area?
Well, that's it's like asking two different bakers why their apple pie is better than the other one, and it comes down to the personality of the head brewer. We could give the same ingredients for a particular beer to every brewer in the Piedmont Triad, and the same exact direction, and they were all going to come up with something just a little bit different. And it's just because of technique. It's because of, some people say, you can really tell when something's made with love, And so is it somebody that really loves what they're doing? Does that shine through? And so what we have is, I'm fortunate to be in business with Andrew, who is an amazing and astute learner, but he also loves what he does, and he's good at what he does. So he has all three things going for him, and he gets to come and make beer every day, and he enjoys it, and he rocks it out. So all the ingredients, pretty much every brewery gets the same ingredients from the same places, but it really comes down to that brewer, their abilities, what they want to accomplish, and how they do it. And that's what really separates things out. And we're lucky that Andrew is part of the team.
Well,
And he's part of Four Saints.
And we can tell you're passionate about Four Saints as well, Joel. It has been great to have you on our show. Once again, congratulations too for all of your success. Good luck in your future endeavors as well. And folks at home, you can visit Four Saints on Fayetteville Street there in Asheboro. And to learn more about the company, visit foursaintsbrewing.com.